This is what you call variation. This channel shows a whole bunch of things from asteroids, meteors, to moons, to everything. How's everyone doing? Hey, boy, I've been up filming outside, lots of footage, and having too much footage is a good thing because I have a lot of footage now. And we caught some incredible things. This video is filled with variation, filled with many different captures and findings that are very rare in the world that people have always sought for. And anyways, I could linger on for a long time now, couldn't I? How's everyone doing? I see everyone's moods changing, the characteristics of people. There's a chemtrail over the sun right after I went and got it with the camera. The perception of the world is changing, not mine. Those are the two flares from the 14th. Yes, that's right, the 14th. And we're going to go see the 15th, also yesterday's flare. But first, a quick peek. It doesn't take very long to go and see the sun if it's flaring. I'll be talking more and more this week about sunspots, about everything, and about what channels don't mention. Those who show the sun often don't get into the real details, the scientific details about the blinkers. There's over 3,000 blinkers on the sun. Speaking of blinkers, I got the sun blinking again. Quite a bit, actually. And this is the second time again that I caught it blinking. And yeah, so we don't get mixed up, this is still of the 14th. And I'm going to show you the 15th real quickly, just so that we know and we see how these magnetic fields are aligning. There's sunspots, solar flares, CMEs. One begins, a convex area, different temperatures on the surface. There, look at it blinking. Look at that blinking. Isn't that incredible? I think it's incredible, seeing the sun blinking. Wow. It's always something new when I go out there with my camera. That's the regular speed that it was blinking. Is that fast enough for you? Oh, Bruce is flipping out because the sun is blinking. Yeah. Hell yeah. It's very, 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 very dangerous, that sun. And the sun's going to be even more active leading up to 2025. Remember what I showed you a couple days ago? Lots of magnetic and static electricity coming from the sun. Lots of heat distribution, alignment, magnetism. And I noticed there we are yesterday, the 15th. So you see the spots, solar spots, sunspots on the 15th. So I have this guy, many guys, and even gals doing research, I guess, that seem to be really offended by my work. Well, it's a free platform. It's a free world. Get your own telescopes and prove me wrong. Instead of trying to hack me, try to find out if I have kids. That's the lowest lifestyle of anyone doing so. Karma's a bitch. You'll all get caught. You better watch yourselves. You better watch yourselves. What is this? We're in the middle of the afternoon, and the sun is in the sky, and we have chemtrails, but again, a very rare occasion, a light in the sky. Yep, one of those lights that I always capture in the sky going by, and it's going by up in the top left there. You can see it's observing over to the right, probably, or just passing by, coming from another galaxy, who knows. So let's bring the exposure right down in the middle of the day, and yep, that's the light fizzing by. They're coming more and more often, my friends. They're coming during the day now. And this rare capture, which sometimes it happens, the chemtrails, I don't see the plane. Sometimes it happens that we see the plane reflective from the sun, obviously. But I tell you what, this one was really odd. It was so blinding at one point that I said I had to film it. And again, the sun was under the horizon, so no matter what it may be, still just filming it. Right, let's go on the moon in infrared during the day. there's a light going to the moon. And that's what I was able to capture. And this is, again, with the infrared during the day. Not easy. Small moon, sucky, right? But look what's there. You see an object longing the moon. And no, of course not. There's no stars. We're in a bloody day. Right in the afternoon. But we're going to look at this a couple of ways. And that's an object, a light going to the moon. I've showed many lights going to the moon. And you see how easy it is to not see that. How easy do you think it is to miss that? Well, it's very easy. Very, very easy. This is filmed with the infrared camera. And quite simply, there it is. Even fizzing out, I guess, as it's entering the atmosphere of the moon. Small, you say? No, very big. But they're hard to see because we're further away. If the distance is right, they say 200,000-300,000. All the way up to 400,000, 378,000 kilometers, but depending on the perigee or apogee. But let me tell you something. Check this out. Things not normal occurring, okay? More and more. Why is this lone star in the sky moving like I'm on fast forward as it's in a bad place in the wire, but you see it moving itself. So notice, please, people, those are not stars when you see them moving faster than the rest of the stars. Jupiter and his 3 moons. Look what happens to Jupiter and his 3 moons when you film it for over an hour. I wanted to see if the moons were going to change place. And, well, surprisingly, I'm not going to hide it. I'll show you what the next step is. Here it is again. In conversion, 1, 2, and 3. Hey, hang tight, everyone. We got meteor showers coming up. Beautiful, beautiful meteor showers. So check it out. The 3 moons that we can see. There are more than 3 moons around Jupiter, and they're very large moon. There's a very large moon around Jupiter, and here it is a couple hours later, where we can see very oddly that it looks like it's just like I'm on Earth and I'm spiraling from head to toe. As you see the moons disaligned. See how they're not straight anymore? Isn't that odd? And I'll be honest with you, it's the first time I noticed that. Pleiades. Let's talk a little bit about Pleiades before we go in and see exactly what I captured. Another UFO in the sky taking off. And it's a fast-moving UFO. A very exciting week. The Pleiades, also known as the Seven Sisters, and Messier 45. This is an open star cluster. It contains middle-aged stars, they say, that are hot, B-type stars. If you want to learn the type of the stars, it's interesting. Classifications. It's in the northwest of the constellation Taurus. I caught a fast-moving UFO that took off in the sky really fast, and then at one point even looked like it disappeared, but right before it did, veered right. And we're going to go see some incredible meteor showers close up. together.
The man they suffering inside, they are. They're so sad. Yeah. True. The man they suffering inside, they are. They're so sad. Aliens are mining on the moon. Yes, they are up there. Doesn't matter 'cause disclosure's coming soon. Disclosure's coming